Good evening and welcome to Sheila Daughtry Gymnasium at North Lamar High School, where we have a massive district contest coming up for you here tonight on Paris Game Day. I'm Stephen Johnston. We've got the North Lamar Pantherettes sitting at 4-0 in district play, and they are hosting the 21st ranked Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks out of Texarkana, also 4-0 in district. This will wrap up the first round of district play, and both teams have been very dominant against the competition up to this point. However, someone will have a loss in the right-hand column when that buzzer hits 0. So it'll be a lot of fun tonight. Both teams have proven that they deserve to be at the top of the district standings. Everybody kind of had an idea that North Lamar, with Alexa Lane returning and a good group of young players that were emerging, figure that because of how they played over the last 3 years, they would be at the top of the district. Pleasant Grove is a team that I think a lot of people suspected would be in the mix, but the level of success that these young ladies have had at 21-4 on the season might be a touch of a surprise. And so tonight, we bring you some action in girls high school basketball that will determine who takes over first place whenever we flip around and do it again in the opposite houses, if you will. Meanwhile, the North Lamar boys will be in Texarkana tonight. They will take on Pleasant Grove, and that game will be on Texarkana Game Day. So you'll get both North Lamar and PG girls here, and then North Lamar and PG boys that will be taking place on Texarkana Game Day. And now joining me is Alan Gooding. Alan, thank you for hopping on the broadcast with me on short notice here today. It's kind of short notice for everybody with the winter weather situation.
That's all right. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And so, you know, Alan, I don't know how much you got to study up on this game, but a battle of unbeatens in district, Pleasant Grove having a terrific season. North Lamar, you might say, played the tougher pre-district schedule. The record doesn't look as good, still a very good record. Nonetheless, we expect this to be a battle between these two teams.
Two good teams and some very good talent on both sides of the ball. I'm in particular looking forward to North Lamar's score.
And so, as always, we will have the nation's anthem. They will announce the starting lineups, and then we'll get this thing going here tonight at Sheila Daughtry Gymnasium. And a well-covered game. Plenty of photographers, plenty of video stream here on Game Day, as we will pause to honor our nation with our nation's anthem. All right, fantastic. And so, Alan, just kind of get you caught up to speed. Of course, the North Lamar Pantherettes, they have won district the last 3 years in a row. Expected, of course, with Alexa Lane. Only returning starter, as I understand it, from last year. Avery Curtis is a young lady who was on varsity last year. I believe Lacey Webster as well. But, you know, otherwise, a new group to the varsity ranks. Meanwhile, for Pleasant Grove, you know, the way their team is built is really interesting because you see the 3 guards on the floor, and then you're going to see 2 what we would say big men on the floor, but 2 ladies that are right around 5'11" to 6 foot tall. One of those is going to be a familiar face in any sport you play, Jayla Rowden.
Well, winning tends to breed winning, and in this case, North Lamar comes off 3 very successful seasons. That tends to breed a lot of interest in the program. Kids coming up, they want to play, they want to be a part of it, and that just keeps it rolling.
Absolutely, and so for the North Lamar Pantherettes, you're going to have Lacey Webster, Chris Malone, Alexa Lane, Kyra Carey, and Avery Curtis. 1 senior on the team for these North Lamar Pantherettes. 1 senior, that being Alexa Lane. But I'll tell you this, otherwise, these young ladies who have stepped up, the 2 sophomores, the 2 juniors, they have had an outstanding season this year. And so for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, you've got Mariana Floyd in the starting lineup, along with Jolie Masco, Madison Doles, the aforementioned Jayla Rowden, and then for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, rounding out the lineup, is going to be Sophia Gavriel, who is a freshman, by the way. So you look out there, number 20, the other girl that's around 6 foot tall. Yeah, freshman.
Some young players out there, but at this time of the year, these girls have been playing together for 2 or 3 months now, and they've had about 15-plus games under their belt. So a lot of times freshmen and sophomores who are inexperienced get pretty experienced by now.
Opening tip controlled by Pleasant Grove, and they can shoot the ball, and they've got some young ladies that come off the bench that can shoot the ball as well. Nice, opening up with a basket. Maybe an opportunity for a steal, couldn't quite come up with it, and then the inbound pass is knocked away. Rowden comes up with a rebound and 4 quick points.
Very quick. North Lamar's got to get used to the pressure.
Carey coming up the floor to Malone. Back to Carey to Lane. And of course, PG is going to do everything they can to try to keep the ball out of Alexa's hands.
Both teams in a man defense at this point.
Curtis inbounding from the baseline. And it's taken away. Here comes PG on the other end. Dumps it off underneath. Foul called. And it'll be Rowden headed to the free throw line. Outstanding start for the Lady Hawks.
The Lady Hawks appear, the engine of this offense runs through number 1, the point guard. She's touched the ball and affected the ball on both trips down the court in the loose ball.
And then just, hey, we know that number 15 can play down on the block. She's also an effective shooter. Misses the second there.
Good hustle of both teams.
Yeah, Curtis hitting the deck after that loose ball. And then PG putting pressure on, using that wingspan of Rowden.
Full court. Man-to-man pressure, although they're not pressuring the ball.
And it'll be Malone hit and heads to the free throw line. So an opportunity for North Lamar to get their first points of the ball game.
Well, there's no shot clock in high school basketball, but you don't need one. Both these teams have gotten the ball up quick.
Off front iron on the first. And this is a game I don't know that I would anticipate a ton of substitutions. A vital game like this. This is your 5. Kind of a go with the ones who brung you, more or less. Looks like this one's going to stay with the North Lamar Pantherettes after being last touched by Rowden. Curtis to inbound from the baseline.
That's a safe ball.
Malone. And they are denying Alexa Lane any way possible from touching the basketball. And then a great job in transition defense, and now another great job defensively by Lane to tie that ball up. And it's going to go over to the Pantherettes.
The formula for PG thus far is number 1 runs the engine and number 15 cleans it up, and that's been effective to this point. They've gotten 5 quick points and some good looks, even when they're not scoring.
And deny 12. Webster on the way to the basket. And she is a really good finisher down in the lane. One of the first times in the early goings that we've had an opportunity to see PG set up an offensive set. It's been a lot of transition ball.
Good box out. Lane's got a tough defensive assignment. She's given up about 3 or 4 inches to her the lady she's guarding, but she's keeping her off the boards.
Substitutions being made for Pleasant Grove, one of those being Abby Haynard. Into Malone. And I think Alexa has touched the ball all of once on the offensive side. So they've done a good job denying her. Got a pretty good look at the basket there. Can't come up with the points. And then just giving the ball away. Lane comes up with it. Gives it up to Webster. Webster, high arcing shot, no good. And hitting the deck, I believe that is Curtis. And the foul called.
I would love to see Lane moving a little bit more without the basketball, or some up screens set for her so she can get open on the wing. But she needs to establish a rhythm for this North Lamar team to be as successful as they can be.
Carey goes to Webster, getting in the lane, has it knocked away.
Good head fake.
Back out to Malone and stripped down around the belt line. And then tie ball called. This time it goes the way of the Lady Hawks. Really the biggest issue defensively, you've been okay. It's been a couple of times where they've given the ball up, just kind of, making a blind pass, or whoever the recipient is not paying attention, and Pleasant Grove just kind of being gifted a ball or two. Meanwhile, Floyd, fantastic ball handler, gets a shot off top of the key, no good. Carey comes up with a steal.
Good active hands.
And then here comes Lane. And she has it taken away. On the other side.
Lane really trying to get something going offensively. Probably a little too much dribbling through her double team that time. But I think she's getting a little antsy. She wants to get some points on the board.
And something that she's very used to doing. She's used to the attention and the bodies that are coming at her. Pleasant Grove, a little bit different of an opponent. Now a substitution being made as Rowden
And
takes a seat. Gabriel comes in.
And Stephen, you know this rivalry better than I do, but there's a little bit of spirit between these two teams. Am I correct?
Sure. Shot no good. Curtis with a phenomenal rebound. And while Rowden is on the bench, which I would anticipate won't be for very long, you have got to find a way to grab those rebounds and get some points down in the paint. Great job by Curtis closing that out, and then the rebound. And timeout called by the Pantherettes. Low-scoring game so far, 7-2. Pleasant Grove with the lead, and we will be right back on Game Day.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
And we're back here on Game Day as the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks with an early lead, 7-2. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Part of that, maybe some nerves and maybe some jitters in a big game here tonight from North Lamar. As Malone goes to Lane. Lane, phenomenal pass, knocked away. Good pass, better defense.
Lane has excellent court vision. She knows where every one of her teammates are at all times. It's something you're born with, and she's got it.
Curtis will inbound from the baseline. Looking to get something going offensively. Of course, Lane a lot of times is that lifeline, but there are plenty of girls, they find her wide open and grabs her own rebound and finally is able to put it up.
That was a good inbounds play, got an easy look. With the follow, got 2 points out of it.
Ball kind of loose on the floor, but controlled.
Nice pass by Floyd. A teammate kind of gave up on it.
And I'll tell you this, both of these teams really well coached. So you're going to see adjustments being made all game long as Malone getting inside, can't finish, and Webster pulls down the rebound, and she will finish with a trip to the free throw line.
North Lamar getting on the boards well on the offensive end. Not having as much success on the defensive end on the rebounds, but.
First shot off the mark. And so that would mean that the difference in this ball game right now is 3 missed free throws from the North Lamar Pantherettes, who are normally a very good free throw shooting team. Second, no good. The putback, no good. That's tough. A lot of opportunity missed for points, but Curtis comes up with the rebound.
Nice pass.
Pass ahead, can't quite get it to go, but another trip to the free throw line.
Good passing by both teams. That was a great find by North Lamar down low. Easy shots back to the free throw line.
First shot from Malone, she gets it to go. And so Pleasant Grove scored 7 very quick points. Been tough ever since. Malone's second shot, up and good.
We mentioned this on a previous broadcast. One of the best ways to get going as a shooter is to get to the free throw line. So maybe this will wake North Lamar up.
He said something about maybe a delay a game, so maybe not a foul or a penalty of sorts, but I'm waiting on them to start the clock so that I can start the clock, and yeah, they blow it dead because There we go. So the Lady Hawks, who have both 6-footers out on the wing, and now finally some movement. You knew they weren't going to stay there. Long three, no good. Lane.
Good box out by Lane.
Brilliant rebound, yeah.
Nice pass. One more pass. Well,
Got it to go. And so an 8-2 run for the North Lamar Pantherettes here in the first quarter. And it's been their effort defensively that have allowed them to catch up after that slow start. Meanwhile, PG, who can kind of play both. They can run, or they can set up in an offensive set and kind of play methodically. Another 3-ball coming. Got it.
Good patience.
They can shoot, and they can shoot pretty well across the board as Carey will get in. Shot blocked. Webster can't get it to go. Carey on the floor looking for the rebound, and this one looks like it'll be tied up as well and staying with North Lamar. As we see Pleasant Grove substituting. We mentioned at the beginning of this game that you probably won't see much of that from the North Lamar Pantherettes as Malone hustling. And last touch by Pleasant Grove.
Nice hustle.
Phenomenal hustle from Chris Malone.
These teams are both playing very hard.
Malone pushing ahead. Ball knocked out of Lane's hands, and North Lamar is getting to the bucket. They've got to find a way to finish some of these.
Well, she stepped out of bounds and missed that call.
And he was looking right at it.
I think everybody saw it but the referee.
Well, let's see. They're going to say that it was a foul. It's going to go against Masco. The 5th foul. That'll send Avery Curtis to the line, an opportunity to tie the game. First shot up and good. So you had a few missed free throws from North Lamar and then some missed shots right at the basket. If you can get that cleaned up, North Lamar is in phenomenal shape here. As PG pushing it up the floor with Meeks. Top of the key, guarded by Webster. And a great job by Carey. And then
nice
a long pass up ahead, rejected. And Pleasant Grove comes up with it on the other end, and it'll be Floyd pushing the issue, and she'll head to the free throw line.
Beautiful pass by Lane. That's almost like a quarterback hitting a wide receiver running down the field. You got to be precise, and she put it right where it needed to go. Shot didn't go down, but still a great pass.
Look, a lot of people look at Alexa and they think of the ball handling and they think of the scoring. Those are the two things. But when she pulls down a rebound on defense, her eyes are immediately up and down the floor, and that's probably the most underappreciated part of her game. Second free throw up and good.
Oh.
And again, that's been a little bit of,
Once again,
there you
beautiful
go.
pass. Well, you're right. She's always looking right up the court.
Tie game.
That's a one-handed pass about 40 feet, right on the money. That's not easy to do.
Really nice pass down inside, but a lot of bodies down there as well. With 10 seconds, Lane Euro steps to the basket and again can't finish. And the ball ends up in PG's hands. They will launch one at the buzzer. No good. As good as expected, 11-11. These two teams going at it. We'll be back with the second quarter here on Game Day.
We're here at the biggest game of the year for the kickoff. And I say these local guys have no competition, John.
No doubt, Steven. Why sweat in the press box?
When you can sit like a king.
And we got the best seats in the house right here, baby.
Where every seat is the best seat.
Oh yeah, Texas Furniture and Appliance. Local since 1927.
These players are definitely in their comfort zone.
You say something?
And back here on Game Day as the North Lamar Pantherettes and the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks living up to the hype of this contest, both 4-0 in district, wrapping up the first round. So then you'll turn around, wherever you played on the road, you'll come home. Whether you were home, you'll hit the road. So the next time these two teams meet, they'll be in Texarkana. And after this game, you can switch over to Texarkana Game Day and check out the North Lamar boys taking on Pleasant Grove. And they always do a phenomenal job over there. The originators of Game Day out in TKX.
They started it, Steven's perfecting it.
I got a long way to go to be able to do what those guys do. Stephen Johnston, Alan Gooding, as these two teams both of them have done some really nice things on the floor. That's a tough ball, and getting in there, and Malone, once again, you know, it's kind of like she's not the biggest girl on the floor, but she is going to work her way into the action some way, somehow, Chris Malone.
She's always around the action, that's for sure.
Nice shot,
nice.
Speaking of which.
Very good looking jump shot, very quick release. She does not hold on to the ball very long at all.
And, you know, there's been a few times us doing broadcasts together, you talk about, you know, the disappearance of the mid-range shot in basketball. She gave a head fake out at the three-point line, stepped inside, and knocked down a mid-range jumper, and now
again, there's the full court pass.
I'll tell you what, Miami could have used her. And
That reminds me of John Stockton to Karl Malone back in the 90s.
It'll be Curtis to inbound, and I don't think that North Lamar has made a substitution yet. They go into Lane. Lane kicks out. Three ball coming, no good. Webster was looking for the board, but Pleasant Grove coming the other way, full head of steam. And again, Malone, who seems like has no business pulling down rebounds like that. She's able to. Lane out at midcourt. Dumps it off underneath to Webster, and again, just the chippy, can't get it to go. North Lamar starts hitting these, and they will be in control of this game, but they've missed half a dozen easy shots at the basket, and now this ball is loose on the floor, and they're going to say,
the name of the game is shot making, and it doesn't always happen, and it happens in bunches. If North Lamar can get a few of these to go down, they'll be fine. I have a feeling Lane we'll get two or three to go down in a row
Well, you know, part of the thing is
at some point
that I love is Jordan Jones is going to be the first off the bench for the North Lamar Pantherettes. But the thing about it is they're being aggressive to the basket. Obviously, Pleasant Grove has a pair of 5'11" to 6-footers, but they're not shying away from it. They're staying aggressive, going to the boards. As this one will stay with the Lady Hawks. And that's what they're going to have to do. You know, you can't be intimidated by the length of PG and settle for jump shots. When they're there, take them, most certainly.
Well, 15 has not hurt him too much yet. She's had a lot of shots at the basket, but she hasn't had a lot of success. Nice back behind the back by Lane.
Ends up in the hands of Malone, and she gets a free. There it is again, man.
Just chip shots. They're not going down.
Yeah, hit those, and you're up by 10.
This reminds me of the Paris High boys game we just did.
Paris High found a way to win on the road. North Lamar looking to do the same here at home. Long three, they can shoot it, no good. And let's see where this one goes, and it's going to be North Lamar Pantherette basketball.
North Lamar is at a height disadvantage. They're doing a really good job of getting good position to get rebounds.
And even when they make substitutions like Haynard coming in, she probably stands at about 5'10" herself. As Webster comes back in, Lane will take a rest.
North Lamar does a very good job of passing through a press. They're not trying to dribble through it all the time. Nice.
And, you know, we talk about them missing the chippies and everything, but it hasn't hurt them a ton because they're doing a phenomenal job of this right here.
Very good job of rotational defense. Number 21 for North Lamar came over and helped force that shot to be a little short.
And also notable that, you know, they got those points with Lane being on the bench, which is huge. Malone comes up with the errant ball, down to Webster, turns, can't find it, fouled going up the second time, and that's what I'm saying, man. Yes, it's going to be tough down there. Stay aggressive and go get those calls.
Keep going to the three-point line. North Lamar's doing a really good job of spacing on offense. Their girls know where each other are. They're giving each other room, passing the ball well.
Timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back on Game Day.
At Raffaele Property Management, keeping our tenants comfortable is a top priority. That's why we trust Lone Star Heat and Air. They've always been dependable, quick to respond, and their work is top-notch. Whether it's routine service or an urgent call, they take care of it with professionalism and care. We couldn't recommend Lone Star Heat and Air more for anyone looking for a reliable HVAC service.
Back here on Game Day, Stephen Johnston, Alan Gooding, North Lamar, who trailed 7-2 in the early goings of this one, now leading 15-11. And headed to the free throw line, believe it'll be Lacey Webster. And Webster's been aggressive. Look, you know, Lacey is probably 5'7", in that range. Pleasant Grove, you know, you talk about Haynard off the bench, and their big girls, Gabriel, and then also Rowden. There's a lot of size down low for Pleasant Grove, and North Lamar has not shied away. They stay aggressive, they keep attacking, they get down, and they play that game we've talked about plenty, inside to out.
Contrasting styles. Pleasant Grove on offense has so far relied on the dribble penetration. North Lamar's been more successful passing the ball laterally and getting good looks down low by passes as opposed to dribble penetration.
And again, you know, you think of North Lamar, of course, Alexa Lane, and the shot-making ability, the ball-handling ability, but the things that get lost is the defense that they bring collectively as a team, as a unit. Lane will check in.
Yeah, the man-to-man defense is not an individual defensive scheme. You have to help each other. You have to step out and help. You have to talk on screens. It's a collective effort, as you just pointed out.
Lady Hawks, meanwhile, points have been tough to come by since they scored 5 quick ones in the first minute. Long 3-ball, no good. And then able to save it.
Nice hustle.
Another long triple, no good, but a foul that is way out there.
That's tough. That ball wasn't going in, but now she gets 3 free throws.
Well, he's taking it out on the side.
Okay, on the floor.
The first thing I do is I look for reactions from coaches, and I don't really see any reaction, so no one's arguing the call. Floyd behind the back, and then goes out to Markayla Floyd. That's a tough shot.
That's loose. Easy call. Again, Pleasant Grove seems content to dribble and either shoot a 3 or try to dribble penetration. There's not a whole lot of passing in their offensive scheme. North Lamar, in my opinion, doing a much better job of moving the ball around the offense and shifting the defense to try to get open looks that way.
North Lamar has, when they dribble and get inside, they're making that one extra pass, if you will, and finding open looks under the basket. Haven't always converted.
Here's a good look again.
Lane inside,
Nice.
got it to go.
That's what I mean. They move it around on the wing. Alexa cut to the right side of the basket. Turn, look, there it was. Easy basket and a +1.
So this has turned into a 16-4 run in favor of the North Lamar Pantherettes. Long 3, I think, got a hand on it, was Carey. And now up ahead.
Oh, beautiful passing. Love it.
Timeout. 3 minutes left in the half, and the North Lamar Pantherettes are pumped. We will be right back here on Game Day. Ready to rep your school and your wallet?
I'm here to open a student account and score that sweet school debit card.
With no monthly fees, mobile banking, and a debit card that shows your school pride, our student account is built for your game plan.
Get in the game. Open yours today.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
And back here on Game Day out of the timeout, it'll be Pleasant Grove Lady Hawk basketball with the North Lamar Pantherettes leading 20-11. And North Lamar, as we continue counting, on an 18-4 run. Going back to the first quarter, here's the ball, another turnover. Pass ahead, Malone turns, and she will be fouled and head to the free throw line.
I was just about to comment on how Lane is one of the best players, not girls players, high school players I've ever seen at looking up the court and advancing the ball up the court to her teammates for easy baskets. And just as I do that, Malone does the same thing. So it leads me to believe this is coached into these girls, and that they're very well coached.
Malone on the receiving end of that pass.
Oh, sorry.
Might have been Curtis. I think it was Avery Curtis.
Very well coached team. Pass the ball to each other very well.
And this one dies on top of the rim and falls through. And Lane
Nice defense.
with the rejection. She said, not in this lane.
Nice play on words. It's
Thank
almost
you.
like you do this for a living.
Well, out on the perimeter, guarded by Malone, trying to get inside, and that was a nice pass that was going to Rowden, but fouled. It's going to go against Malone.
Most really good shot blockers do it from away from the ball, not on the man that they're guarding, and that's what happened with Lane just then. She came over and helped her man and made a great play.
And finally, Pleasant Grove ends the offensive slump.
Nice footwork.
And then an offensive rebound and a putback. They're ranked for a reason, and all of that work and that lead can disappear in a hurry. But North Lamar continues to go down low and attack.
Both the point guard and the eventual scorer on that, the post player, really moved their feet well, pivoted properly, got good position, and made a basket out of it.
Yeah, Webster, I believe, is a four-sport athlete.
Really?
For North Lamar. Volleyball, powerlifting. You've got softball, and here, hoops. Knocks down the second free throw.
No off season for her then.
No.
Goes from one to the next to the next.
We work. Floyd looking for somewhere to go. Passes off to Markela. And then denied by Lane. Lane picks it up. And she might take this one all the way herself. Can't get it to go. And the rebound goes to PG, and they'll pass one up ahead themselves. Curtis in transition. Fantastic job. And the board cleared by Jones. Down low to Webster. Rejected. And then Webster again fouled this time. And Lacey Webster, this will be, I believe, her fourth trip to the free throw line.
Good things happen when you get the ball in good position around the basket, and North Lamar's been at the free throw line a lot.
A lot, and they go right up with it.
Yep.
And early on, they were missing their free throws, now starting to hit them. And that's a problem if they stay aggressive down in the paint and sink their free throws. Can't get that one to go. Lady Hawks on the other side. And now a blocking foul called. Webster couldn't quite get set for that charge. It's going to be Haynard to inbound. And out on the perimeter and then driving.
Tough shot, a running shot, but runners are very effective, especially when you're in traffic.
Carey dumps it off to Webster. Webster makes her move, gets to the basket.
Extra pass always pays off. It paid off with 2 points just then for the Pantherettes.
Lane steps up to help, but getting the shot to go. That was a phenomenal job getting that pass. And now a turnover at midcourt with 20 seconds remaining. Game clock a little bit ahead of ours. Kicks it down baseline, and errant pass. It'll be Carey.
Plenty of time. 2 points. Oh. Back to the free throw line.
With 3 seconds remaining, they've got 2.7 on the clock. Pleasant Grove hasn't allowed North Lamar to stretch it out too far. First free throw good. Curtis, second shot up and good. 9-point Pantherette lead. And that's going to do it for the half. Pantherettes 28, Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks 19, halftime. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk about this one right here on Game Day.
Sorry you're under the weather, Susie. Here are those loan docs.
Thanks, James. I'm so glad we didn't have to delay this closing.
Tissue?
Thanks.
Secure and safe loan closings, or take care of just about any banking task. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere. With RRCU's digital banking. Do you RRCU?
At Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Paris, we can make your next vehicle purchase simple, stress-free, and built around you. Whether you're looking for a rugged Ram truck, an adventurous Jeep, or a quality pre-owned, we have the right vehicle for you at the right price. And with over 700 five-star reviews, our customers know that our friendly, knowledgeable staff is here for you. So come see us off the Loop in Paris, Texas, and for more details, visit morecdjr.com.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
And we're back here on Game Day as the North Lamar Pantherettes, got off to a slow start. I guess there were some jitters knowing that you're going up against a ranked team, knowing that you're going up against a team that has a phenomenal record. But once the nerves settled, it's really been all North Lamar up until that last 2 or 3 minutes. Pleasant Grove was kind of able to get into a little bit of a groove and get things back going on the offensive side.
Well, the difference in the game has been easy shots that North Lamar is getting due to their passing, and they're getting to the free throw line, and the free throws probably are at this point the difference in the game. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they spent a lot of time at the line. Pleasant Grove's scoring the ball, but they're having to work a little harder to do it and taking a little more high degree of difficulty shots than North Lamar is. And I believe that's the difference in the game.
Well, and then you think about some of the shots that were point blank at the basket that North Lamar didn't hit. Right. This could be a 16, 18-point type ball game. And, of course, Pleasant Grove would probably look at you and say, hey, we're kind of in the same boat, maybe settled for some outside jump shots, maybe missed some at the basket as well. And so, all in all, I think that Pleasant Grove is going to come out. I think they are going to open this third quarter with their best swing, if you will. You kind of compared this to how the Paris game went against Sulphur Springs. This is a ranked team for a reason.
Yep.
They have a phenomenal record, 21-4 for a reason. And so you can expect them to make adjustments. Coach Doles is going to, tell her team what she sees, and they'll come out, and you got to be ready to take that swing from these Lady Hawks if you're North Lamar.
Yeah, they're I always kind of like to think, as I mentioned in our last broadcast, what are the coaches saying at halftime or during timeouts? And I got to imagine North Lamar is telling their coaching staff is telling their players, stay with it, keep passing the ball to each other. The shots will start going down. Stay in front of the point guard, keep her out of the lane, and good things will happen. On the other end, you've got to figure Pleasant Grove is telling their players, we've got to get back on defense. We've got to cut off those passing lanes in transition, because a lot of the players, but Alexa Lane in particular, is just hitting these home run passes and getting easy shots, and that's killing Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, that's the difference as far as, we can talk about the difference in what's not happening, hitting the point-blank shots, missed free throws early, settling for the three-pointer at times for PG. But as far as what is happening, what is going right, that is precisely why the North Lamar Pantherettes have been able to take over this game. Is you've got girls who pull down a rebound, look up, and are making precision passes. Yep. And so, one second you think you're guarding Alexa Lane until she pulls down a rebound and suddenly she's Peyton Manning.
Right.
And that has proved to be really, really effective for the North Lamar Pantherettes.
The number of threes, I don't remember North Lamar shooting many threes. One or two, maybe.
Maybe.
I think they made one. Pleasant Grove's put up a lot more threes, and again, those are high degree of difficulty shots. Maybe made one or two, but Pleasant Grove, North Lamar rather, has been more economic on offense, and I think that's a good thing.
Now I will say this: Pleasant Grove probably will not stop shooting because it's what got them here. You know, it's what has won them games. And whenever I talked to Coach Tisdale prior to this game, that's the thing that she talked about was like, man, their shot-making ability, their shooting, this girl, this girl, this girl, and just kind of goes down the line of the number of Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks who can shoot the basketball. And so you can expect them to continue doing that, but I wouldn't count on them shooting it as poorly as they did in the first half. I would think that they, kind of start to get some knocked down. If you're North Lamar, there's not really much offensively that you would want to do differently. You're getting great looks down low. You're being aggressive, and sometimes if you're not getting a great look, you're drawing a foul and heading to the free throw line.
No, keep doing what you're doing offensively. Get those good looks. More of them will go down most likely than they did in the first half. And keep getting to the free throw line. Keep making those free throws.
All right. We're going to step aside for 1 minute. We'll be right back. Third quarter action coming up here on Game Day.
We're here at the biggest game of the year for the kickoff. And I say these local guys have no competition, John.
No doubt, Stephen. Why sweat in the press box?
When you can sit like a king.
And we got the best seats in the house right here, baby.
Where every seat is the best seat.
Oh, yeah. Texas Furniture and Appliance. Local since 1927.
These players are definitely in their comfort zone.
You say something?
Raffaele Property Management, keeping our tenants comfortable is a top priority. That's why we trust Lone Star Heat and Air. They've always been dependable, quick to respond, and their work is top-notch. Whether it's routine service or an urgent call, they take care of it with professionalism and care. We couldn't recommend Lone Star Heat and Air more for anyone looking for a reliable HVAC service.
And we are back here on Game Day. Stephen Johnston, Alan Gooding, and the North Lamar Pantherettes coming out of the locker room. Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks heading out onto the floor. And for Pleasant Grove, looks like their original starting five. That was Mariana Floyd, Jolie Masco, along with Aurelian Meeks, Jayla Rowden, Sophia Gabriel, and then the starting five for the North Lamar Pantherettes get it going as well. Malone to Carey. Back to Malone. She gets inside. And that's a great way to open up.
Easy to.
Well, getting down in the paint. Pleasant Grove wants to go down low themselves.
That's twice number one has led one of her teammates, and her teammate didn't quite see it the same way. It frustrated her a little bit.
One thing, North Lamar has been fantastic at handling the press from Pleasant Grove. I think it bothered them at first, as there's a finish from Carey.
Great start for the Pantherettes.
And a quick timeout by PG as North Lamar opens up with 4 straight, and we will be right back on Game Day. Ready to rep your school and your wallet?
I'm here to open a student account and score that sweet school debit card.
With no monthly fees, mobile banking, and a debit card that shows your school pride, our student account is built for your game plan.
Get in the game. Open yours today.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
Back on game day, it is Pleasant Grove basketball. North Lamar leading 32-19 as the Lady Hawks offense has been tough to come by. Meeks pulls up, long triple, no good, and is going to bounce off the top of the backboard, or the bottom of the backboard rather, and go over to North Lamar.
Pleasant Grove is really looking for the three-point shot.
We knew they weren't going to abandon it. Shot selection could probably be better.
Not abandoning the press either.
Oh, they'll press all game. Up 50, they'll press all game. Going down to Webster, nearly turns it over, but Lacey finds Curtis underneath. She'll put up the shot. There are small things that Curtis does well that no one will notice. That sliding the shoulder, that dipping the shoulder, allowed her to create some space to make that lay-in.
Gave herself space and got her square to the basket. Shots are a lot easier to make when you're facing the basket. She was able to get her shoulders at the basket. Here we go again.
That time, Curtis trying to make the pass at the last possible second. Pleasant Grove was there defensively. At the open of this game, Pleasant Grove is the one who came out hot. And a foul, and I believe Kyra Carey will be headed to the free throw line. She's had a little bit of a quiet night, but this sophomore, you can see what kind of build and what kind of length she has. I'm really excited about her future here at North Lamar and the contribution that she's made this year as a Pantherette. Lefty at that.
Very good. I love watching lefties shoot.
Oh, it's smooth, man. It's like watching lefties hit, you know?
Good hands. She had very good hands to handle that pass, and that's a really good-looking shot. Missed that one, but still a good-looking release.
Lady Hawks up the other way. Long triple, no good. It won't be me getting it, I'll tell you that.
There was a time when I could do that, but that time has long since passed.
I saw some of the Paris boys here. And I know that there's some North Lamar football players here. Figure one of them might be able to jump up and grab it. It'll stay with Pleasant Grove on what is technically a tie ball. And that's something that Pleasant Grove desperately needs. Is North Lamar has done a phenomenal job of limiting second chance opportunities. With their length, if Pleasant Grove can get a rebound, it kind of helps with an easier second look. And that's what you saw there.
They need to see the ball going in the basket. Maybe a free throw.
Get that going.
Get that vision for them.
Gabriel, first shot up and good.
Is that their first points of the half?
No. I don't believe so. Off back iron. Coming the other way, Webster lost the handle, is able to get it back to Malone. What's really interesting, almost incredible, is North Lamar has stretched this lead out while limiting, Alexa Lane has been a little bit limited in, the offensive side. It's almost like hey, if you're going to send all your attention to her,
right,
we are going to kill you with Webster, with Curtis, with Malone and Carey.
And North Lamar has plenty of girls who can put the ball in the basket. And Lane does command a lot of attention, so a lot of times you're dealing with 4-on-3 after that. Good math. Beautiful shot.
Yeah. Yeah, watching her you don't have to be a pro scout to understand why she's a Division I commit.
No, the shooting touch is great. The handles are really good. And
the vision.
I was about to say, what's impressed me most is the court vision. If you're playing with her, you better be ready at all times because the ball will find you.
And, you know, they had a little bit of bulletin board material for these other young ladies who probably feel that with Alexa, you know, being the Division I, you know, being the one that everybody kind of talks about. This one, they're going to say this was off of PG, and maybe a fortunate call for
they might have missed that one, but it all balances out.
Into Malone. And she'll go high off the glass. Carey with the rebound. And Kyra Carey, we talked about maybe a quiet first half. She has been outstanding here in the third quarter. You know, you hear some people chatter and talk about, you know, it's kind of Alexa Lane and the rest, if you will. But the rest
can play.
Have shown up tonight.
They can play.
Errant pass and a turnover there. And then right back to the Pantherettes, and off of PG, it'll stay with North Lamar.
I mean, they're leaning on Alexa to break the press and to just navigate the ball up the court a lot of times, but a lot of the scoring and the heavy lifting on offense has been done by our teammates, not just by Alexa.
And that also, like I said, man, bodes incredibly well for the future of this program because you've got all of one senior.
Nice.
And it is tough to imagine the way this game started, that this is nearly a 20-point ball game in favor of North Lamar. As Lane dumps it off to Carey, she gets fouled and will head to the free throw line.
They've lived at the line tonight.
Just the aggressiveness, locked in. And it's kind of funny because, you know, in that first half, it was a lot of Chris Malone, Lacey Webster. And then here in the second half, a lot of Kyra Carey. And so you're just getting a ton of contribution. And then, you know, Avery Curtis chips in any and every way.
And against a ranked team like this, you do need contributions from everybody. And they've got a ranked team in here. They've almost got them doubled up.
0 for 2 from the line. Pleasant Grove coming the other way. Mid-range shot, no good. There's Malone with the rebound and poked out of bounds by the Lady Hawks. It'll stay with North Lamar. Timeout on the floor. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. North Lamar in control here on Game Day.
Sorry you're under the weather, Susie. Here are those loan docs.
Oh, thanks, James. I'm so glad we didn't have to delay this closing.
Tissue?
Thanks.
Secure and safe loan closings, or take care of just about any banking task. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere. With RRCU's digital banking. Do you RRCU?
And back here on Game Day, Stephen Johnston, Alan Gooding, 41-22. And Pleasant Grove is the one who came out and threw the first punch. They were up 7-2.
7-2, quick.
And then you kind of had a little back and forth. The quarter ended 11-11 after the first. It has been all North Lamar since then.
Yeah, good passing, great teamwork. Again, Alexa has shouldered the ball handling load, but everybody's chipped in. Everybody's been to the free throw line. Lots of easy baskets. And a team effort from a very talented North Lamar team.
And you say that she shouldered the load in the press. Here, she's going to inbound the ball and then take it right back. And Pleasant Grove, this is kind of the first time that there hadn't been much of a press. But I'll tell you what, Floyd has done a pretty good job defensively. She's come up with a couple of steals.
She's quick.
She's very quick.
Quick feet, quick hands.
Ball on the floor. Pantherettes on the floor. And they come up with the basketball. Webster coming the other way. Little 3-on-3 and has it blocked. It will stay with the Pantherettes as Alan Gooden gets in on the action.
See this ball handling skill, Steve?
Yeah, the assist.
Once many, many moons ago, maybe. But I can still shoot, but I would be a ball handling disaster if I played right now.
Malone, top of the key. Long triple off the mark. And then this one, let's see where this call goes. Stays with North Lamar.
She missed that shot, but did you notice her whoever was guarding her was right in her face, and she got that shot off anyway. She can shoot it from anywhere at any time on the court. Just a very talented, skilled player.
Oh, I've seen her shoot from the volleyball line back there. I mean, Lane kicks out.
Nice.
Malone, 3-ball, can't get it to go. I don't know what the call was here. I think it goes against.
They got Malone for a bump. Nope, Curtis, sorry.
And, you know, this is not a bad time for either team for North Lamar to go into a little bit of an offensive lull. Kind of a rest on offense, work on defense. As here's a 3-ball from Pleasant Grove, no good. And then a foul. And Pleasant Grove will head to the free throw line. As Jordan Jones sets to check in.
Jones gave him some valuable minutes in the first half. Got a lot of key rebounds.
Piercy's first free throw off the mark. As Webster takes a seat. A much-deserved rest. Second shot from Piercy. Off back iron, no good, and there's Curtis. You know, we mentioned there are so many young ladies who don't get the spotlight but do so many little things well.
Curtis is a hustler. She's always around the ball. Loose ball seems like she's involved in every one of them. Nice pass.
Jordan.
Nice pass on the cut.
Back in.
Very nice.
To Lane. Her footwork when she gets into the paint is pretty exceptional.
Beautiful spacing. She knew exactly where to cut to, and Jones knew exactly how to feed her.
There's a pass ahead and can't get it to go, but there's the rebound from Curtis again. Jones from outside can't quite get it to go.
Jones making an impact. That was just a perfect pass to Lane on the trip down before. Led her perfectly, made it easy for her. And she doesn't need that much help. Nice pick.
Finds Carey cutting to the basket. And this has just been a dominating performance.
That time you had the D1 player setting an outstanding pick for the basket.
Nearly got that one to roll in. Curtis pulls down the board to Jones. Malone. Down low without
Nice
the
footwork.
bigs,
Nice
and got it to
footwork.
go. The bigs were away from the basket, so perfect opportunity.
Jones used a very good drop step to the middle of the lane to make a good shot. Great footwork.
Long three, no good. Rebound lane, here she comes. And we'll slow up to set up the offense.
Long
Instead,
three.
pulls a 30-footer, can't get it to go. Jordan Jones with the rebound. Jones will take it herself.
Oh. Jones has come to play.
Jones off the bench. Like you said, good minutes in the first half, great minutes in the second half, and now a foul against Curtis will send Pleasant Grove to the free throw line. It'll be Meeks to shoot.
North Lamar's, they're getting what they want on offense. They're getting good looks, good passes. They're sharing the ball. And on the opposite end, it's just a lot of three-point shooting from Pleasant Grove. North Lamar, it's a credit to their defense. They're making them take tough shots, not getting good looks if they want. It's just a contrasting styles, a frustrating night for the Hawks. Not so much for the Pantherettes. They're on.
Shot up and good. Substitution, Gabriel comes in. Floyd checks in as well. As Meeks gets ready for her second shot attempt. Up and good. And for Jones, you know, I really think that this is a situation where she is playing herself into more minutes tonight.
Nice pass. Nice footwork and nice pass.
And then hit on the way to the basket.
There's a reason when you're a little kid and you go to these basketball clinics, they work with you a lot on footwork, how to move your feet when you have the ball, when you don't have the ball. These girls are good at it. They've been coached properly.
Curtis. Malone. And I think that let's see. They're going to get a foul call on the second attempt up to the basket. It's also the fifth team foul. So it'll send Chris Malone to the free throw line. 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Shot up and rattles home. Next shot from Malone. Up and good. Now Pleasant Grove down to 5 seconds as they cross midcourt.
Very good defense.
Great defense. Desperation shot, no good. We'll head to the fourth quarter. North Lamar in full control of this one. We will be right back here on Game Day.
At Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Paris, we can make your next vehicle purchase simple, stress-free, and built around you. Whether you're looking for a rugged Ram truck, an adventurous Jeep, or a quality pre-owned, we have the right vehicle for you at the right price. And with over 700 five-star reviews, our customers know that our friendly, knowledgeable staff is here for you. So come see us off the Loop in Paris, Texas, and for more details, visit moorecdjr.com.
And we are back here on Game Day, getting ready for fourth quarter action. Stephen Johnston, Alan Gooding, and not what we expected by any stretch. I think that we knew Pleasant Grove was going to come in ready to play. First quarter, that certainly looked the case. And then North Lamar one of the biggest differences early on, missing those point-blank layups, missing some free throws. I don't know that they've missed since.
No, they're not missing them in the second half. This is going to be coach is going to love to go back and watch this film. They're going to see easy shots. It's not that they got easy shots, it's how they got them. They're passing the ball well, they're cutting to the basket. It's just really beautiful basketball, the way basketball is supposed to be played. Fun to watch.
And I can tell you, whenever these two teams meet in Texarkana, it's not going to be a case of this game intimidating Pleasant Grove or concerning Pleasant Grove. They are going to prepare, and they are going to want revenge at their house. But right now, it's North Lamar's night.
It is. It is. I would love to see the scoring distribution. It's pretty even, I think.
I would be lying if I told you I knew who the leading scorer was. Kyra Carey making a case here in the second half.
Very nice shot. Yeah, there's not one girl that's jumped out at me as though she scored 15 or 20. It's pretty well distributed across the board, I think.
Floyd going to be fouled by Lane.
And most coaches, I think, will tell you when you look at a stat sheet and see that, you get pretty happy.
Well, especially like we've talked about, that chatter before the game,
right.
You know, Alexa Lane. And, you know, sometimes the teammates are like, yeah, she's great. You know, she's a really great player. Other times I think that our teammates are like, hold on, don't forget about us.
We can play too. And they can.
They absolutely can, and I don't know of a girl who's touched the floor that hasn't proven it here tonight. As Jones, off the bench, pulls down a rebound, outlets to Carey.
Nice pass.
Great pass, couldn't quite hang on to it. And this one's gonna stay with Pleasant Grove after Floyd was able to come up with it. And you know, maybe the first error of the second half, not quite being able to, you know, handle that ball securely, cutting to the basket. Free throw line extended. They go to Rowden. Rowden has it taken away. It'll stay with Pleasant Grove.
She's had a tough night. You can tell they focus on her. They're trying to feed her the ball, but North Lamar's done a good job of making her night difficult.
I thought it was going to stay with Pleasant Grove, but North Lamar basketball. And now PG coming the other way. Fouled away from the basket. And, you know, it was bizarre that the first quarter ended 11-11. And then you kind of look up and it's like, oh, it's a 9-point lead. Okay. And then you look up, you're like, oh, 20-point lead. And now you look up, 30-point lead.
Almost a 30-point lead, yeah. I don't think that's an indication as to how close these two teams really are.
I absolutely agree, and that's why I made the comment about when they go to Texarkana.
That's going to be a good one.
This ball last touched by Webster, who comes in for Chris Malone on that last dead ball. So coach rewarding Jordan Jones for her play, leaving her on the floor. Second chance opportunities, just kind of leveling the bottom of the basket, but finally able to draw some contact and will be headed to the free throw line. It's going to be Abby Haynard. Second shot attempt on the way for Pleasant Grove. It's up and good. Lane, kind of look what I found.
Oh, Jones almost got that one to go.
Can't get it to go. Tie ball, great job.
If you're the PG coaching staff, you always want to look at a film and see what you can learn from it. I'm not sure you don't just burn this film.
And now we're going to have a foul as Curtis is trying to inbound. Yeah, they just call it burning the tape.
Yeah, but this is just not their night. I'm sure there's plenty a coach can take from the game on into the rest of the season, but sometimes it just doesn't bounce your way, and that hasn't been the case for PG tonight. It's just not their night. But North Lamar, on the other hand, is playing very good basketball.
Carey turning, shooting, can't get it to go, and now a foul is going to be called against Webster. And I kept waiting for, we talked about it at halftime, kept waiting for Pleasant Grove to, come out and throw that punch, get back into it.
They never did.
And it just hasn't happened.
North Lamar came out in the first 3 or 4 minutes of that third quarter and just put this game away.
And there's some life from Rowden, who gets the basket to go.
No, they're not going to quit. And each of these plays will sort of sow a seed in the mind of all these players for the next time they play. They're not going to forget anything all the way down to the last few seconds of this game.
Free throw up and good. And they've been so good at breaking that press. Shot from Jones, and she hesitates.
Got happy feet.
Yeah.
I think she really wanted to shoot that three, but that's probably not her game. And she thought, better not.
Well, I think that, you want to shoot the three, but maybe the orders from the sideline is let's get this clock rolling. Let's keep it, moving. And so you get kind of the instruction versus, well, I'm wide open and your wires get crossed. Meeks passes back out to Masco, and she'll back it out near midcourt, moving to her left. Down low to Rowden. Rowden gets it to go, and the foul.
If you're a PG fan or a coach, this is kind of what I would have liked to have seen them do more of in the second and third quarter. They were content to shoot a lot of threes, and I think if they had done more of that, this game might be closer. It would be closer.
Especially when you have an athlete like Rowden, shot no good, second chance no good, and then goes over to the North Lamar Pantherettes. Now Lane takes it herself. And she had options.
She did.
Looks like North Lamar in a man-to-man. Long triple, no good. Rebounded by Curtis. And then up ahead to Webster. And this is going to go out on Meeks. It'll stay with the Pantherettes. Curtis to inbound. Curtis does a good job of moving the defense with her eyes whenever she's inbounding. She knows where the sets are.
So watch it. here, watch for a screen by Lane and then a roll to the basket. They're going to screen. Lane's going to be the screener, but she's going to be the one to try to get the shot. Nope, just a straight cut.
3 ball from Alexa, up and good.
It's hard to defense that. Again, she was guarded. That's just a contested 3 by a very good basketball player.
Floyd on the other end, attacking, going down low to Rowden. And I'll tell you what, I know Coach Doles is probably going to look at this and say, yeah, next time around, a lot more of that. A lot more of that.
Right.
Lane into the lane.
Wow.
Scoop to the hoop.
She's feeling it now.
Yeah, what do you do about that?
That was not terrible defense. It's really good offense by a very skilled offensive player.
And then Chris Malone, free run. Timeout. And we are 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from wrapping this one up. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Sorry you're under the weather, Susie. Here are those loan docs.
Thanks, James. I'm so glad we didn't have to delay this closing.
Tissue?
Thanks.
Secure and safe loan closings, or take care of just about any banking task. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere. With RRCU's digital banking. Do you RRCU?
Back here on Game Day. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the ball game. Stephen Johnston, Alan Gooding, and the North Lamar Pantherettes have just poured it on. And, you know, they've won. Beat Sulphur by 25, beat Bonham by 25 earlier this week. Pittsburgh handled, and it was always kind of like, yeah, okay, you know, no disrespect to those teams. The Paris Lady Cats won by around 50. No disrespect to those teams. We've got this one circled on our calendar. And when the day arrived, they showed up in a big way.
Yeah, you want to protect your home court. North Lamar has done that tonight.
They have more than done that here tonight. As Floyd driving, gets in the paint, puts up a shot, and is fouled. And kind of as we've mentioned, you know, you can count on just the same the other way when they go to Texarkana. I know that now Pleasant Grove is going to have it circled on their calendar.
Yeah, that'll be worth watching.
You talk about protecting home court. I would imagine that PG's mindset is going to be, we will not allow that to happen in our house.
You wouldn't think. That's probably going to be one of the last district games, probably, right?
The last district game.
Oh, that sets up for a
that's fun.
Nice matchup. Oh, yeah.
Foul called.
I mean, these teams are both undefeated. North Lamar is going to come out undefeated. Pleasant Grove will have one loss, but that's probably for the district championship, or at least a tie. It depends on how the rest of the season goes. But
yeah, I would imagine that no one else is hanging with either of these two teams as Masco heads to the bench. Her 5th foul. Malone to Lane. And Lane tried to go back to Malone, but Floyd read it well. Back to Michaela. Michaela Floyd can't get it to go, but look who's there.
Nice pass.
And with 2.5 minutes to go, it will be Chris Malone headed to the free throw line.
One of the most difficult things to teach young basketball players is to not just dribble all the time, especially when you're dealing with the press, try to pass through it. North Lamar excels at that. They have been coached up well, taught well. These girls are smart and they're good.
First shot up and good. We mentioned kind of the turning point in this game was North Lamar starting to hit free throws is a huge one.
Yeah. They've gotten to the line and they've made most of them, but it just shot so many.
And it seemed like in that first quarter, I think they missed the first 3 free throws that they shot. Nice move. Mid-range jumper coming, no good. And then Jordan gets it to Malone after clearing the boards. Malone to the basket, has it blocked.
Nice.
So look at there, and now a wide open triple.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
That's a good player who is absolutely feeling it right now.
I say, oh, Lord, because every kid in this gym went crazy when they hit 6-7.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I forgot about that. I still don't understand what that means.
I don't.
If you can explain it to me after the broadcast, I'd love it for you too. I don't get it.
It's whatever, man.
Okay. I'll just go with that. Whatever.
Now kick ball from Carey. You know what's crazy to me? Not allowed in basketball is allowed in volleyball.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can, if it keeps the ball off the ground, you can, by all means.
I wouldn't have thought. Of course, volleyball is not a sport I know a lot about, but that's I didn't know that. I wouldn't have thought that.
Nice save from Rowden, but it goes right to a North Lamar Pantherette. Malone puts on the brakes and finds her way back out near midcourt. And I think, well, no, we're attacking.
Alexa wants to score, and she almost did.
But hey, Avery Curtis back for a 3-ball.
Done.
Got it.
Alexa Lane putting on a show.
That's the thing about Alexa. It's kind of like, we were talking about who's the leading scorer, so well distributed. And then Alexa Lane can just pour them on in a hurry.
I believe that's 4 in a row from deep.
But it is insane how quickly, we're like, oh, everybody else is making these great contributions. And then all of a sudden, 11, so just like 12, 14 points from Alexa.
So you said the North Lamar had 11 at the end of the first quarter?
Yes.
So they put up 20 a quarter since then, and we're not even done yet. That's offensive output. Well, I said the scoring was pretty evenly distributed. I think Lane is
kind of taken over.
Yes. She's probably close to 20 by now.
And that'll happen once, you have that even distribution of points, and then suddenly, you got to guard everyone else.
Yep.
You kind of have to give your attention elsewhere.
And you do. North Lamar is not a one-man band. They've got 2 or 3 girls who can put the ball in the basket, pass it, handle it. It's a good ball club. But Lane is special.
And now the district knows that North Lamar is not a one-man band. As there's a long 3-ball, doesn't fall for Floyd. As Carey, she'll attack, has it knocked away. Great defense from Floyd. It'll stay with the Pantherettes with 7 seconds remaining. And so technically you could just chunk it into the backcourt.
Yep.
And that'll do it from Panther Gym. A dominating performance from North Lamar. 74-35. A little bit of a stunner. Let's do it again in Texarkana.
Absolutely.
That'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. Alan Gooding, thank you very much again for joining me. Reed Preston, producer, Greg Bedford, and Ava Langley on the cameras. This has been a production of Paris Game Day. Have a safe, icy weekend.